Hello, hi, Kauki here, back with a Gekishin Squadra. It's about that time to see people getting mad about my own opinions. It's time for a tier list. I'm really excited. It's been like more than, I think, 3 weeks now, maybe less, but you know, just about that time frame. And yeah, I'm seeing some people making some tier lists, and I decided, you know what? Why not? We have gotten a new patch, new heroes, and lots of playstyle changes. And I think now people have finally have gotten better at the game. And yeah, a lot of the character rankings that I had back then really changed. Just as a reference for the old tier list, let me actually quickly show you the old tier list. I'm not going to be talking about my placements here, but oh my god, there's so many things here I have to change because yeah, a lot of these characters have gone through either A changes or people now have like actually learned how to deal with them. So yeah, let's actually get right into the tier list here. So, this is going to be ordered as I don't know, like you can see this sorted right here. So I'm just gonna be going through first come first serve or that type of deal here. So, anyways, so yeah, let's start out with a really interesting one here. Actually, Goku. So Goku has been nerfed now, and I'm not sure if it's actually enough of a nerf for him to be dethroned. Because yeah, I think to like majority of people, Super Saiyan Goku was the reigning king of this game, and now that he's been nerfed, I don't know if he is anymore. Is he bad? Not by any means. He's still insanely good. He can still perform. I still see him in high S rank games, really doing good. However, is he as good as he was? Obviously not. The damage he does is less, and I think having this especially nerfed really did a number on him because yeah, he used to kind of just spam this out a lot. Now that there's like 2 more seconds that you have to wait for this to be activated, I think there are more situations where this Goku is actually lacking in. And yeah, Kaioken damage has been reduced, So again, a lot of things for this Goku have been changed, and I'm not sure people have gotten accumulated. Okay, what's the word for this? Accumulated. Yeah, there you go. To his nerf yet. I don't think he's bad at all. I think he's still one of the goats in the game. However, I don't think he's as good as he was before. And as people get used to the new nerf, I think we'll see him probably sink lower and lower. But for now, I don't think he is as bad as people think he will be, right? So I'll actually just be putting him in. Oh, my bad. Let me just close this. I don't need this anymore. Yeah. I'm going to be putting him in Z tier. Z tier. I think he's still really, really good at the game. Definitely one of the top picks. Like, you can never go wrong with Goku. So, yeah, for sure. And now we are going to be talking about Piccolo. So, Piccolo is a really interesting one because at every list I have made, I have always rated Piccolo to be on the lower end when it comes to characters. And it's not because he was bad. I was always just like trying to explain to people, I don't think Piccolo is a bad pick. I think people are still new to the game, so they're bad at using him. And now people have gotten way better at using Piccolo, especially in higher ranks. I'm talking like purely higher ranks, because if you're someone who is A4 and below, you have probably not played with a good Piccolo. If you did, you got unlucky, right? Because Piccolo is a high skill ceiling character. If you get good with Piccolo, you can destroy teams. And I say this because I have now finally seen the light. Okay, I've seen how good Piccolo can really be, right? And I have always like known how good he can be because I've seen the damage potential, but people just don't really know how to use his kit. My issue with Piccolo was like how his kit like interacted before, but I feel like now I actually have a fond look over his overall like way of usage, because I used to see Hellzone Trap as like the worst move in the game. I don't think that anymore. I still don't think this is the best move by any means, but it actually has a lot of usage when it comes to like defense and like slowing down opponents so they can snipe them. And yeah, like Demon Whip is really great for securing kills or like running away. Like you have so many ways to like utilize Piccolo's kits that have kind of like overlooked before, right? And his special beam cannon is such an insane move if you like time it right, because yeah, you can literally team kill everyone with this move if you use it at the right time, with the right synergy, with the right teammates. There's so many ways that you can use this move to actually just carry your whole team, right? And I'm not even talking about how good like Grenade after the buff that he has gone, right? So yeah, Piccolo has shoutouts a lot in the ranks. The only like issue Piccolo has is his early game. I think Piccolo has this thing where if you don't play him well at the start of the game, you are probably not going to be performing a ton in the late game. And that's not saying he's bad or anything. It's just that's how it goes with him, right? You need to really snowball. This is a character that definitely relies on snowballing, on damage and whatnot. So yeah, you don't want to die early. You want to really play him out the way where you don't die, you get a lot of like at least assists and whatnot, so that you can get your snowball up to like 4 stacks, and then that's when you can really dish out a ton of damage. So yeah, I think Piccolo has this weakness. So to me, that's why like he's S tier. However, I think his damage output is Z tier easily. He has definitely the best burst damage in this game. So yeah. Now we'll be moving on to Frieza. Okay, Frieza is an interesting one because this is my main on tech. So I don't know. I guess this is kind of biased here, but I do think I have a lot of reasons to why I'm going to be putting Frieza at Z tier. By the way, just before I keep on like talking or whatnot, I will make a bracket above Z tier, best in class, just so that you know. I can like put like the best 3 in my opinion in the game, but you know that's gonna be at the end of the tier list. So for now, I'm just gonna be ranking things from Z to I guess D. Some of these strikes I'm probably not gonna be using much, but we'll see, right? Anyways, so Frieza is really good, and for a lot of reasons. Okay, I think Frieza has the best defensive mechanics in this game. Like let's be honest, okay. Frieza's like Doria is so good at defending tower, and combine him with Zarbon and your Imperial Decree, like, you have the best defense in the game. Like nobody is touching your tower if you have right placements. Because I see a lot of people playing Frieza and they have like the most insanely trash placements of all time. They just put them like you put the Doria in front and then the Zarbon behind, bro. You're literally gonna get one-shotted by a Kamehameha or any type of beam. You have to like kind of put them at opposite ends of each other so that even if one of them dies, the other is still alive. Like people don't really get this, but yeah, that's how you get good with Frieza. Placements is really important. And when you know how to place things with Frieza, you are going to be really dominating when it comes to A, defending your own towers, B, securing objectives like Nappa or 16 or whoever boss is, because he can solo bosses, by the way. A good Frieza knows to just go and secure bosses. And lastly, oh my god, he is one of the most insane heroes to just like go in, chip damage at the tower and just run away. Because he has this really annoying passive. He prevents being interrupted by an attack during quick movement while also increasing speed. Like you can see, right? Even if he gets attacked here, it doesn't matter. He will still be able to run away. At this meta right now, where you can just like chip away at things and like run away, he has like the best utility to just like keep on running away. And yeah, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, he is the fastest character in the game when it comes to just like moving away or running away. So that's what makes him so good. So yeah, especially in the meta where every single hero has solid barrier. So he has 2 seconds of protection where he can just run away. It's insane. It's absolutely just busted. That's why I think he's Z tier. Just overall, he's really good at doing everything. Yeah, and I've come a long way from that because I did think Frieza was way weaker back then, and yeah, I retract that. I think that was because A, people didn't know how to use him. B, because of his insanely new buff for the Imperial Decree. So, and also I think they buffed Zarbon and whatnot. I'm not sure. I forgot what was the buff. Anywho, let's move on. Now we'll be talking about Baby. Okay, so let me preface this before like jumping into Baby. I don't think there is a bad tank in this game. Okay, there's no bad tanks. However, they are just better tanks in general. Okay, Baby is one of the most mid tanks in this game, and yeah, let me like actually get into it, right? Baby is like main issue for me is the fact is his way of like playstyle really just doesn't work that well. And let me explain why, right? The issue with Baby here is that yeah, he can just run away and heal inside one of his own allies. But once you get into any high rank games, I'm talking like S tier or A1 or whatnot, people wouldn't know how to deal with Baby. Just never focus on Baby. Never actually hit Baby because there is no merit to doing it, right? So Baby's like whole gimmick is like him taking damage and then running away and healing and then going back to the fight really doesn't work because most probably everyone is just everyone in the brain is just gonna focus the damage dealer and then go for the actual, you know, the tank here. Because yeah, there's no use of like trying to kill Baby. He's just gonna run away and heal back up again. So him being a tank is really useless because he won't be tanking shit until your ally dies, and he kind of becomes useless after that. I used to say like his ult was really bad. I really don't think that anymore. I think his ult is actually quite useful. It's just not as good as the other ults in this game. Yeah, I mean, his kit isn't bad. I just think that people now like know how to counter Baby. Just ignore him. And what Baby needs is something that compares to KALIFLA's Provoked. Because at the moment, there's absolutely no incentive for me to like attack Baby at all, right? So that's like the biggest reason why Baby to me is not higher than B tier. I think like Baby is going to be a B tier character, and he's going to stay here until he gets some sort of buff or a rework. Because I don't see him getting up on that ladder anytime soon. But his damage potential is okay. Like he definitely has like some type of like, you know, usage. But again, he's just mid. You know, I'm not afraid of someone playing Baby. That's all I have to say. Anyway, moving on. Now we'll be talking about ZAMASU. ZAMASU is okay. If I have to explain ZAMASU, he is like the most I can do everything, but I don't excel in nothing character of all time, right? Like, he's really like the epitome of what you can call mid, right? He's not bad at all. I don't think ZAMASU is a bad character because he can definitely like do some stuff. Like not a single move of his is like quote unquote bad, but none of his moves are really that crazy. So like you can use Divine Rush in a really good way to like push the enemy into the back line and actually, you know, prevent him from running away if you know how to play ZAMASU. You know, like Fierce God Slicer is fine for like AoE damage, I guess, but it's just like the damage does absolutely nothing. Like your Heavenly Arrow is like the best move you have for damage, and yeah, it's not too crazy. Like I wish the slow or movement down speed that you inflict lasts longer because it really just goes away way too quickly, and that's my issue with Heavenly Arrow. I think if the slowness effect was more emphasized and like it took longer for it to, you know, dissipate, that would make the like move way more impactful than it is right now. And yeah, I think his passive is useful. it's just not as useful as you think it is, really. Because yeah, in most cases, like this passive, the thing is you can't really like control it in the way you want to, right? Because you have to attack enemy PCs with skills and whatnot, and the gauge will deplete, right? It will deplete. Like it doesn't stay, meaning you have to like constantly be doing damage and whatnot. So if someone like is charging you with some big attacks and you haven't really gone to use your skills, your passive won't be working, and that's kind of like the issue here, right? I think his super attack is actually really good. I really love Zamasu's like immune to all super attack, and oh my god, that slowness effect is what I need from him. I just wish this slowness effect is not just unique to his super attack. I wish that was like something that he just focuses on, because right now there's nothing remarkable about Zamasu. He's just a character that does everything in a okay way. That's my issue with him. So that's why I'll just be putting him at. It's really tough because he's either high B or low A. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be putting him A at the moment, not because he's like really great or anything. Maybe I'll change it up later on if I see the need to. But for now, I think he's a really good A here. So yeah. Now we'll be moving on to Super Oob. Okay, Super Oob is an interesting one because he's definitely like an underrated pick. I don't see a lot of people picking him, and that's not to say that he's bad or anything. I think Oob is insanely great when it comes to just dealing or dishing out damage. He just does his thing perfectly, right? I love Shooting Chaser. It's one of his best moves. And it's purely because, yeah, you are literally chasing the opponent, right? Like, if you have this move while fighting the opponent, yeah, you probably secured the kill already, because he can never run away from you or vanish away. You can just Shooting Chaser and follow him, and continuously just dish out a lot of a lot of damage, and then like you can finish him off with a Rage Barrage, Bro Buster is a move that I don't really love, because it kind of just, again, it works against this right here, Cyclone Burst. Because if you don't know his like passive, like you get more damage and whatnot, and as you get more Cyclone Streams on you, and Brutal Buster just kind of uses your Cyclone Streams, So if you do use this skill, you're not gonna be ready to use your Cyclone Burst. Well, you can use it, it's just the damage is not gonna be as high, right? His ult like actually catches a lot of people off guard, because like it does. My problem with this ult is it does take a lot of time for it to like actually happen, so people can actually react. But the amount of damage it does is really great. Like I applaud like how much damage you can do, especially if he has full Cyclone Streams. So I think he is a really, really great character. I just don't. My issue with Oob is this is something really not just to Oob itself, like with a lot of characters, is some moves don't like synergize well with others. And this is one of these as a move. I just wish this didn't use the Cyclone Streams. I think if that happened, he'll probably become too overpowered. But yeah, that's like my only like thing that I really don't like about Oob. However, he is an excellent attacker. I'm really happy to have Oob on my team, because I know Oob can really carry if I have like a really, really good Oob on my team. So I think Oob is a definite S tier in the game for sure. Really good character overall. He has like everything. So yeah. Krillin. Ooh, okay. Let me say this. Now that we have finally gotten the buff for Boo, like, we don't have a single bad tech character. I used to kind of shit on like one of them, which was Boo, but now we don't. However, now we have comparisons on who is the best. And let me say how big of an impact the nerf has had on Krillin. Back then, people didn't really see that, but now I've kind of like notice how weak Krillin is in comparison to the other tech. Because the thing is, Krillin is really good early on whenever you're still you're still defending your or first tower or whatnot. But then when the game gets bigger in every type of way, your most important move here, the energy mine, it gets kind of useless because of one thing here. Large beams, like getting rid of everything. Because the thing is, if you don't know already, you can just get rid of these energy mines by shooting anything at them. So, literally any character like Super Saiyan 3 Goku or Super Saiyan Goku or any character with any type of energy beam will be able to just get rid of these bombs without even knowing. So that's his issue, is that his main move can be easily gotten rid of by literally doing the bare minimum. So he kind of he doesn't like become fully useless, but he's not as good as he should be, right? That's my main problem with him. I still think his solar flare is insanely annoying. Like, especially again in 1v1 situation early game. Oh my god, yeah, KRILLIN can really just do a lot because of his solar flare. He can secure kills with scattering with energy wave, and yeah, his ult is like an actual DBS like damage type of damage here. So, but everything else, I think people now know how to deal with KRILLIN, and that says a lot, right? I still don't think he's awful or anything. I just don't think he's as good as he should be. And I don't know, like, part of me thinks that I wish this has some type of change, because yeah, it's really annoying to put a mine and then for the opponent not even to notice and get rid of it immediately. That's not something that that should be in the game for him. So I don't know. For that, I think KRILLIN is probably going to be in A tier for techs. He's really good, just not as good as the others. He's probably among. I'm not sure. I think he is the weakest. When I just thought about it right now, I think right now he is definitely the weakest of them all at the moment. So moving on to Dabura. Dabura, man, it's hard to say, right? Dabura isn't a bad character, but Dabura is like scaling isn't as good as the other ones. He's just my issue with Dabura, right, is that he is a character that relies heavily on just doing good in the early game. He will be doing good in the early game, but like late game, you're most likely going to be useless. And, it's because of his passive and how he works. He's a 1v1 character first, and then, AoE type of damage later on. He doesn't focus too much on doing AoE damage, and that's his issue. In team fights, which is going to be something very important in the late game, he is not the one to carry everyone, okay? His super attack is absolutely just yikes. It doesn't even do that much damage, and like the range for it is okay. And even if it does hit you, like you're not at a, it's not dangerous, right? You're not afraid of your own life or whatever. Like I just wish for that damage to be at least way higher than it is right now, for it to actually be like very useful later on the late game. But for now, he's just really useless on the late game. That's his main issue. You kind of just want games to end really quickly with Dabura, because if they don't, if they kind of just reach that long period, yeah, you're probably not going to be doing a lot as a teammate. So that is the issue. And yeah, a lot of people don't play him because of that fact. And it's hard for me to, because I do think he starts out like really great, but yeah, if the most important part of the game, well, I don't know, because early game is as important as late game. But if you can't carry yourself in the late game, that's really bad. That's really, really bad. So I don't know if I want to give him a harsh ranking, but I think I will. I will give him a C tier. And C tier is not terrible. C tier is just like, okay. Okay, like that's what I mean by a C tier. He's not terrible. However, he definitely could be better. Because yeah, like if you can't perform well whenever we do need you most, that's a big, big issue. Now we move on to a really, really important one. Ooh, is Boo really that good right now because of the new buffs? And I believe so. Just based, okay, this is, by the way, this could easily be changed because new patches tend to be like unknown. You don't really know if that patch has a big effect on that character or not until a bit of a period has kind of you know a bit of a period has passed. So with Boo here, it's interesting because I think he is now just really good at damage dealing. More, he survives way more, and yeah, I think his heals are just way more useful. So he is doing much better at what he was doing back then. And now people are like seeing the potential, and I see a lot of people like actually using him in S rank games, and yeah, we are winning these games. So that is a really good sign. I'm not seeing Boo lacking in doing what he does, right? So that's something I can really give props to. His slow damage is insane. He can secure the kill for you while doing a lot of damage, So I think Boo at least deserves like an A tier. I'm not sure I'm ready for an S tier. I'm not sure I'm ready for an S tier because I have to see more. But does he have the potential to? For sure. But for now, I think like him moving away from D is really great, and reaching A tier, that's something I actually really like. So shout outs to Boo. I think now he's finally among usable in tech. So I'm really proud of like Boo getting the buff he deserves. So yeah, really, really great. Now we'll be moving on to 18. Ooh, 18 is really interesting because I think 18 is what Dabura should have been in a way, and it's not because they're both melee. I think the best thing about 18 is that she can perform well in both early and late game, but she definitely could have better, like late game capabilities. Because my issue with 18 here, right, is that yeah, even though her early game is really scary, okay, let me be honest, it's very hard to escape from SL Dash. Okay, if 18 locks onto you, oh my god, you're probably dead. Okay, like this combo with Lightning Step, it's GG's, right? Like early game is insane for 18 because you can dish out so much damage, and yeah, you're probably gonna be dying if you don't know how to deal with her, right? That's like the thing with 18, but that's the issue with 18 is that if you know how to deal with her, you're probably going to be playing a long game with her, a ranged fight, because you don't want to get close. So it's really hard for 18 to kind of like get close without reaching dangerous territory. Because yeah, if you do overextend with 18, you're most likely gonna die. So that's like my primary issue with 18. But I think she's really good. I think her super attack is insanely annoying and can secure easy kills, right? Like her only issue with super attack is she only secures one kill at most, right? But again, one kill can really turn the tide of the game. So that's really, really good. So I think 18 is a solid attacker. Like this is what I mean by like an attacker that synergizes well with every single attack, because every single attack here is really good with one another. Like everything synergizes with each other. I just, unfortunately, I can't really play her because of my high ping, but it is what it is. I can still say that she's a definite S tier attacker. She's really good. I think people don't rate her maybe as high as she should be, is because we don't really see 18 much in games. She's a very underrated attacker, I think. A lot of people just pick the Gokus, right? Because it's easier to do so. But 18's potential to be a really, really great attacker is hella high. So, yeah. Now with KALIFLA. Okay. Now we're getting to very, very strong territory. KALIFLA, is, I think, most definitely. Where is she? Yeah, there you go. I have to say, KALIFLA is top 2 tanks in the game, probably. Like, I don't think that's a controversial statement to say. She's insane. Like, let's just start out with this statement. She is absolutely broken. There's no way they thought this move right here is okay. Provoked is such a stupid move. It's insane. Okay. Like, combine this with opponents that have low health. Oh, sorry, allies that have low health. And oh my God, you're literally making characters that are not that great insane. So think about it, right? You're taking the full, like, full on wrath of the opponent. Like, he has to be focused on you. He cannot do anything else. He can't use any of his attacks on your ally, meaning your damage dealer is going to be able to do the most amount of damage if he knows how to play, obviously, right? That's the gimmick with KALIFLA, and it really works well. She is a character that heavily relies on your ally. However, if you don't have synergy with your ally, you won't be doing a lot with KALIFLA. However, KALIFLA is definitely the best, like, I would say, support in the tank format, because yeah, she's great at making your ally do a lot. And oh my God, she has so many ways to just prevent her from dying. I don't know why they decided to even give her a transformation. She's insane, right? If she's gonna die, she can transform, get that heal back. She can storm kick out of the way. She can use her super attack. And if people don't know this, but yeah, you do get like this like small speed boost to yourself. So you can use this as a way to like run away while provoking others at the same time, right? Again, really great at just tanking and taking the enemy's attention. Such an overpowered like move here, and that's what makes her like a top 2 tanks. I see people debating that she's better than the best. Okay, we'll be talking about him. You know, I don't think it's a secret, but you know, we'll be talking about him later. But I do think the best has a much better case, and I'll explain why later. So, with that being said, I think KALIFLA is easily a Z tier character. Well, now even we just talked about the best, so let's actually talk about him. Cooler. Cooler. Is he the best tank in the game? I think that's a definite yes, for a lot of reasons. I think Cooler's primary case to me to why he is still the best character in tank is that because you don't need no ally working with you or thinking to work with you. Like, Cooler can solo 1v2 early game with no help. That's how good he is, okay? So Cooler can do it all, right? Cooler can stun opponents, can do damage, can slow them down, and can literally CC them with their super, like with his super attack. And he can also transform, because why not, right? Like, there's so many things Cooler can do. Not a lot of characters can like achieve this. Like, he is insane. The fact is, this passive is insanely broken. You know why? Because so the problem with Imperial Retaliation, yes, immune to all is really great. But imagine this. Someone that has like let me actually pull up an example, right? Dabura's useless ult like is happening. You can just use any skill and yeah, Dabura won't be hitting you with that ult. It's insane. It's absolutely stupid. You can dodge like actual like game-ending moves with a literal click of a button that happens every 2 seconds. Like, that's too good. And the thing is, right, if someone is attacking you at that point of time, you get a boost to your next move. How does that make sense? This character is way too broken, man. Whoever made this fucker, man, I'm sorry, man. You definitely need your brain checked, because no way, man. Like, Cooler is just great overall. Like, nobody can touch him. Even if he's alone, he can still dish out damage. You know, like, he doesn't need support from other teammates to be good. KALIFLA needs synergy for her to be like really insanely good. But Cooler is just insane on his own. Like, he is insanely great on his own. I'm just gonna be putting here, like, yeah, like, he's the GOAT for a reason, right? So let's put him at the top of C tier. And this is not really like sorted, but I just have to put him there. Okay. Well, okay. Moving on to, I mean, let's be honest. Okay. BOJACK is here for a reason. Like it's not just because of his like god awful, super attack. Like is that a factor? Oh, for sure it is. I think this super attack is the worst offender of all time. Okay, but I just don't think his damage is great at all. Like I'm gonna get into this later, but yeah, Super Saiyan Gotenks has way more damage capability than an actual damage dealer like BOJACK. That is an absolute joke, okay? The fact is, Galactic Buster doesn't do enough damage, even with Cosmic Bloom. Like, he's a character that needs a ton of buffs to be usable. Even usable, right? He's not good at all. Like, if there's any player playing BOJACK, I know fully well I'm losing that game. I know fully well we just threw that game. Okay, there's no way we're winning with a BOJACK on our team. Like, unless the enemy team is absolutely just empty brained in the head, we're not losing that one. Okay. So yeah, BOJACK for sure. Worst character in the game. Just full stop. Worst character in the game. I tried giving him some time, and I tried even playing him in like quick play games, which are supposed to be the easiest of them all. And yes, I carry, sure, but it was the hardest thing in the world. That shouldn't happen in a quick play. Okay, like genuinely, the thing is, I'm saying this while it's painful to me because in the beta he was my main. I used to love playing BOJACK, but now just not anymore. Like everything he has is awful. His super attack is actually a nerf to him. Like, you don't want to be using it. The thing is, like, this is not even a joke. When I reach level 5, I don't even level the super attack. I just ignore it until the game forces me to level it up. Because it's that useless of a move, right? It's really, really bad. So, let's move on. Now go to Gohan. Okay, Gohan is interesting. Okay. Gohan is really good. Like, let's just start this out with me saying Gohan is hella good, and yeah, for great reason, right? Like, just he has probably, well, I was going to say the best CC in the game, but I don't think that's true anymore because of a certain character that has just been released. But yeah, Gohan's Masen Yaku is insanely good at A, doing damage, and B, like staggering for a really long time. See how, bro, look at this shit. Okay? Like, A, even if you don't fully charge it up, the opponent will still have no skills to use. So it's insane. You can A, stun the opponent, or B, just prevent it from using any type of skill. Masenko is just great for pushing targets away. And, like, the third skill is definitely the weakest, but it's still not bad at all, Like, again, it's actually pretty good. It can just run away from people and like provide buffs to you and your ally as well, right? And his ult is really good for just getting a lot of defense to yourself. And like Gohan is one of the greatest to just like go in to chip out like damage on the towers. Because I see a lot of damage being done to towers by Gohan. He's that annoying. He can just do that because why not, right? He can just run away because Gohan is surprisingly really durable. Like, he doesn't die easily. He has a lot of defense and just lots of things that can prevent him from dying. I think, again, he's like, if you face Gohan alone on a 1v1, there's a strong chance that, yeah, even if you're a damage dealer, Gohan can absolutely just decimate you, which is crazy. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think a support should be doing this much damage to a damage dealer, okay? But that just like speaks to how good Gohan as a tech support is, right? So I'll just be putting him at. It's really hard because my issue with Gohan is he's not the best when it comes to securing objectives, and he's not the best at defending, right? He doesn't have the defensive capability or the or even the best like way to like take objectives like Nappa or whatnot, right? But he's really great at what he does, which is like supporting your teammates to win fights. So I think that makes him an S tier, but I don't think he's Z tier as Frieza is. So that may be like a controversial opinion, but yeah, I do think Gohan is really good. I just think there are better characters that do things better. So yeah. Now, okay, this is an interesting one because I think people have realized that Trunks is insanely overpowered. Like, Trunks is a character that can really depend on his early game. Okay, and I think he is like, if I want to compare Trunks to someone with the early game thing, he's like Piccolo. You need things to go well for him to be like useful. Because a bad Trunks can be the worst character of all time. Okay, because the main big problem with Trunks is his HP pool. Like, oh my god, his early health is insanely bad. You're probably gonna be dying because yeah, you don't really have a lot of health. A lot of people are going to just kill you easily. So you don't want to get into fights early on. You want to kind of focus on getting just your farms up. And if there is a kill to secure, for sure, right? Because you can snowball that kill into another one because if you're passive, because you can use any skill that is on cooldown and then just continue to do so. His damage output is insane. His ult can really, really just do a ton of damage, right? So Trunks is really good. And I think a lot of people are seeing him to be like the next Goku on the game. He just needs that small smidge of a buff that gives him more health. And yeah, he's good to go. Like, because he does everything like almost perfectly. He just needs a little bit more survivability. That's his issue. So with that being said, I think Trunks is a really great character. He has to be at least S tier. His S tier just really depends on who you play with. If you play with S rank, in most cases, they'll know how to deal with him. So yeah. So now we'll be moving on to Vegeta. Vegeta's interesting, right? I think Vegeta has been the most consistent tank. Well, okay, except for like Cooler and whatnot, right? Like Vegeta is always been at least a really good, tank, and for a good reason. I think Vegeta is the best when it comes to tanking, right? Like he has the best tanking capability out of any tank in this game because of his explosive wave and his super attack that provide him more, armor restores, right? Because you can recover your armor every time you use the explosive wave on the enemies and every time you do damage with a big bang attack. So that gives him just way more like survivability. His damage output is okay. Could it be better? For sure, he definitely can. But as a tank, he is like more so a literal sponge for damage more than anything. Like you want Vegeta to be the one to take on a lot of damage so that your allies can actually do so that your allies can focus on the killing part, right? So you want to be on the front of like maybe taking towers because you're so tanky that nobody can like actually kill you, or like be on the front line of the team fights so that people actually focus you and that your teammates now can like actually just dish out the damage that they need to. So like that's the way you want to play with Vegeta. But he's not. The thing is, my issue with Vegeta is that, yeah, a lot of characters kind of like outclass him when it comes to doing damage. And that's like my issue. Like your best ability here is definitely Photon Bomber. Like you preventing the enemy from running away, and you can like kind of combine that with your super attack. But it does take a lot of time because Photon Bomber, like it doesn't really pull too much, like because the opponent can still easily vanish, right? They can still vanish from the move, or if they were like a bit more further from the actual move, yeah, the pull effect will be weaker. So Like the move itself is great. It just needs a little bit more tuning for it to be really great. Your energy blast volley is it's okay. Like I don't know, it's definitely not the best move, right? Because my issue with it's very slow. It's just very slow. It doesn't like I wish the actual like fire like attack speed for it was higher, or the projectile speed. Like I guess here it was like higher, so that the actual target's reach before the opponent gets out of the window of the range. Like that's what happens mostly with energy blast volleys. Whenever I actually use it, the opponent just gets out of the range easily, and you know, in most cases, you're not finishing off opponents with it. Maybe until the late game where the range for it gets like higher. But yeah, like it's not that useful. This one is really good just for restoring your own armor, like your own armor, and like getting away from damage. Like most people, if they see you restoring your own armor, they won't chase you because they know they're not going to be able to kill you. And yeah, you have a transformation just to prevent you from dying again, because why not, right? So Vegeta's great. Vegeta is definitely a great character. I'll be putting him in because this is interesting, because he's definitely at least top 3 tanks. But is he S tier or Z tier? Interesting. I think he's going to be S tier. S tier just because I think these two are just in a much, you know, they're in a higher tier, because I think they can do a much better job at securing, like, or doing their own job better than Vegeta. That's the thing, right? And this is not to say like Vegeta is bad or anything. I just think these characters are better. That's really all it is. But Vegeta is definitely just great. So yeah. Now we'll be moving on to Goku. I've seen some people question my like ranking for Goku back then, when I had him like at A tier, and like, oh, he should be lower or whatnot. No, like I've always known he had that insane burst damage. And yeah, Goku can really pop off, especially at doing damage to tanks and whatnot, because of his continuous damage. Goku's damage is so high for no reason. He can like nuke a lot of characters without even them noticing, right? Because you don't notice how insane the Pansy slash Glorio like combo is. Like it does so much damage. Oh my god! Even if you try and escape, you'll still likely get killed by the by the continuous damage that's gonna chase you. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. I used to call this move useless. No, it's not, man. Early game, you're not going to be dying. This is a great move for the early game, because you can just like rush the opponent. Even if they try to focus you, that's great, because you are reducing a ton of damage while the tank is focusing on dealing a lot of damage. And then you can just finish people off with your Pansy Bomb slash Glorio combo here. He's good as fuck. Like my only issue with the Daima is like, oh my god, his ult is absolutely atrocious. Like it's really bad, man. Like, it's not the worst. Like, okay, it's not BOJACK tier ult. Obviously, can still deal a lot of damage. I just don't love how it works, because you are locked in place to an ult that can be easily avoided. So if you don't hit the actual like mark with your ult, you're most likely dying. That's the issue. So yeah, Goku's like damage potential is really high, and back then I had him high, like at A tier, just because yeah, I think he was really good. I just don't see a ton of people utilizing that insane burst damage. But now, oh my god, Goku is really good. Goku players are really getting good at the game. So yeah. Now, ooh, a very interesting one here. Perfect Cell. I love Cell a lot. He's my definite like most fun tank in the game. I don't like tanks, but if there's one I would like, he would be Cell. Okay. Let's talk about the elephant of the room. His health. His health is absolutely atrocious at the beginning of the game, man. oh my gosh, you're not doing shit at the beginning of the game because of how shit his health is. That's his problem. Is that, let me say this, okay? This is, I don't know if this is a crazy statement, but if you are someone who really did great with Cell from the beginning till the end, you can be the best tank in the game. Okay, like his actual potential to be the best tank in the game is if he really does well at the start, and then he reaches his like full transformation, he continues to snowball after that. Because the amount of damage Cell can do is crazy. Because he has the, okay, like I think regeneration is your weakest move. It's not terrible. However, like the issue with it is that a lot of times the usage for this is going to be whenever like someone is like kind of hitting you with moves that do low damage, and then like you're kind of like you're gonna quote unquote counter him by getting more health, and then you know, like I've seen a lot of usage that is useful with this move again, but it's just not a move that I like using. I feel like it's just out of place for Cell. Like, I wish for a move that was more hands on than this, and he would be like, to me, perfect. No pun intended there, but you know, his region is definitely like the weakest thing he has. Like I actually just like most of the time I ignore it until the game kind of forces me to take it. Not because the move is that terrible. I just prefer using Big Bang Crash with Raid Smash a lot more, right? Because I don't see a lot of opportunities to use this, because in most cases, especially early game, you don't want to get up and follow your opponents unless you're really winning lane, right? So like you'll be just fighting in the back, you know, maybe getting in just to get your passive up so that you can transform faster, but you won't be too aggressive with Cell. That's like how you want to play it. And then if you reach peak Cell, oh my god, you can do so much. You can do so much. Big Bang Crash is such an insane move. The range for this move is crazy, and the damage you can deal is absolutely bonkers, right? So that's the thing about Cell, is he's really good at just dishing out a ton of damage with Big Bang Crash. Oh my, like I haven't talked about this move, but yeah, it's really good. And people don't know this, but yeah, you can secure a lot of boss objectives by using Energy Field, because you can prevent ultimates like the what do you call that? Yeah, like the Spirit Bombs and whatnot, right? So it's really good. It's really good for that reason, because yeah, if the opponent is using the Kamehameha or whatnot while you use the Energy Field, yeah, you can prevent all the damage and have your allies have a bigger chance of securing the objectives. I've done that a lot of times as a Cell player, and yeah, we've secured the objectives a ton of times because of that. So yeah, Cell is definitely a crazy one. I'm gonna put him at A tier, precisely because he can easily be like, peak Cell can be here, but you know, if you don't do well with him, he's really just not doing anything, eh? So that's his problem. So I think A tier, because he has a lot of weaknesses that makes him not as great as the other tanks. That's his issue. But his speed can definitely be higher than A tier. That makes sense. All right, so Android 17. Android 17. I mean, like, what do you want me to say? He's just a great character. Like, Android 17 is genuinely so good at doing everything. It's insane. Like, damage, he has it, right? CC, he also has it, because why not? Oh, you want more health? Cool. He has the Android barrier. Well, his ult, you know, super attack can literally counter Kill's ult, because why not? If Kill is ulting and 17 is on the map, yeah, GG's. He can just literally counter her by using his super attack, and yeah, Kill's ult is going to be completely canceled. It's crazy. I mean, the thing is, the damage for this is actually quite decent, because yeah, people don't realize this. You know, if you have low health, you'll be doing a ton more damage. So, and his passive is so good. It's just like it's really good. You can just use any ability again because why not? So I just think he's really good at doing everything, right? Like that's what makes 17 insane is that there's no weakness to him. There's not a thing I can say that is bad for him, but he is not the best at anything. Like I'm not talking about 17 when I say, oh damn, 17 is the best defender or the best character with CC or the best. But he is definitely like a jack of all trades in a good way, like in a really really good way, where he can just cover all of the weaknesses your team can have, right? So I think 17 is a great S tier, a great S tier. Could he definitely like could be a tad bit higher, but I think he deserves to be S tier here, like for sure. Okay, hits. You know, if you've been on the channel for at least I don't know 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe, you should know about my hatred for this character. I'm not gonna go on a second rant because I don't need to. Okay, like this name should be changed. Okay, to I'm sorry, but whenever I see his face, I just get annoyed. I still do. I still do. It's still really good. Like there's nothing bad about hits. Like hit right now is so good at doing. No, actually, let me rephrase that. Hit is so good at using the game's like current meta to his advantage. Right now, there's a really big issue with the Gekishin burst system where like the tower chipping and damage and whatnot, it feels bullshit. And yeah, the best character to do that is Hit, because he can just hit a tower, disappear, nothing happens to him. Because you know why? He could just run away, you know. At every single, the thing is, my issue with Hit is this move right here shouldn't exist. Like I don't care what you say, this move is the most bullshit move in the whole game. Full stop. Okay, the fact that you can just run away with such a short cooldown is insane. You can just keep on using it. Like someone pointed out to me that when you actually use this move, like the initial, like you don't have to wait for it to end so that the actual move starts the cooldown again. No, whenever you do start the move, the cooldown begins to what the fuck was the word for it? The cooldown begins to just go down. So it's insane. Like the fact is that you can just keep on spamming dimensional infiltration. Just go behind people and go and attack towers. Go and chip away at towers. It's such a cancerous way of playing the game. And yeah, he's like right now he's exploiting the weaknesses of this game right now. Okay, that's why he's so good. He's not good just because he's like a really great damage dealer that can CC you out of thin air and just kill you because he can do so. Like yeah, obviously these reasons exist, but right now he's exploiting the game's weaknesses, the game's flaws that people are noticing the more they play. That's what makes him like an insanely like powerful character. Like let's be honest, if I were to use a word to describe him, he is currently broken in a way where he's just in not a fun way at all. Like I prefer other characters to be broken because at least I can kind of know how to deal with them. But with hits, whenever you have a character that can just disappear and at any point of time and avoid death, like it's just another fucking Tuesday to him. Like it's crazy, right? No, this character. Okay, even though I said I'm not gonna have another rant for this character, I anticipated me getting angry every time I talk about him. So, like, yeah. Come on. Like I'm putting him higher than FRIEZA, not because I think he's better than FRIEZA at doing what he does. I'm putting him higher than FRIEZA because I think this character is exploiting the game in ways that, you know, the game shouldn't be. The game shouldn't let it happen, right? Like there is an inevitable nerf for Hit. Okay, so enjoy them while you can. Like I'll say this: enjoy hits while you can, because there's gonna be a huge nerf on hits, and that there will definitely like maybe fix a lot of the issues people have with it. Okay, I'm not sure where the cut was, but yeah, my mic just cut out. Anyways, so yeah, that's why hit is insane, because he can exploit the game in more ways than one. Uh, that's why right now he's definitely the best deck in the game. So let's move on to the gammas. Ooh, gammas. I've always hated gammas, not the characters. I love gammas, but like how they play. And yeah, I've been right. I've been right. I've been vindicated. People have been telling me, "Oh my God, your ranking of the gammas were too low." No, they're trash. Okay. Like gammas cannot perform at all in this game. They're absolutely garbage. They're not like BOJACK tier. However, they're nothing. Okay, like I'm being a little harsh on the gammas just because people have been like on my shit for gammas for a long period of time, saying, "Oh my God, no, gammas are actually great." No, they're not. Okay, just no, they are not. And there's a clear reason why. The way they combo off with each other, it just doesn't work. They're low health pool. The fact is, if one of them dies, you're most likely dead. Okay, because yeah, you can't like you're stunned for a second. There's nothing you can do at that moment, right? You're left vulnerable. Your other skills don't do a lot of damage. You're just like there's so many things that are bad with the Gammas. Their damage potential isn't as high as the other damage dealers. There's just so many things that could go wrong for the Gammas, and that's why right now they're really just mid. I really just don't see people playing Gammas at all, because I feel like a lot of people know that yeah, Gammas are really bad. They're really just insanely bad. So yeah, I know this seems like I have a hate boner for them. No, I don't. I really don't. I just think that they should be better. By a lot. Like I think the idea for the Gammas is insanely fun, but the way they work is just not it, man. Like there needs to be some sort of rework for them, because right now they're not doing anything. Like if I see a Gamma on my team, I know damn well I'm not winning that game. So I'm putting the Gammas at B. Sorry, at B. B or C. B or C. You know, I'll be a dickhead. I'll just put them at C. Fuck that. Gammas are really just not that great. Anyways, let's move on to Kill. Kill. Very interesting one, because yeah, she is my main. I really like playing Kill. Though I think now people have gotten used to Kill. That's that's the issue. So is she as strong as she used to be? I don't think so anymore. I think Kale has fallen off a bit. Well, actually by a lot. She was to me like the best damage dealer back then, but I don't think so anymore. I think people, especially with the release of like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Kale has really fallen off a lot, because there's so many ways to deal with her now. People just know what to do whenever she does use her big thing, which is her ult, or you know, even her like skill 1 and 3 combo, right? So Kale's issue is like her energy sphere is so slow. Like if this was like a little bit faster, then yeah, she'd still be broken. Her second skill is absolutely just trash. I'm sorry. Like I'm not even at the start of the game. I don't even upgrade this shit. Like I'm more so focused on blaster shot, because that's your most important like move in the game, right? Her ult right now can really just be countered if people know how to like play against Gale. So it's just a lot of people now have understood the ways to like counter Gale. Is that me saying like she's bad? No, obviously she's still insane. Like, but it's just yeah, she's definitely not as high as she could be for sure. And I think that's primarily because now people have finally learned how to play the game and how to deal with certain characters like Kill. But yeah, I mean, if you play low ranks and Kale's there, yeah, you're still getting decimated, because you're probably gonna have a kill that's gonna be very fed, and she's gonna destroy the whole team. That's why you're probably gonna have her like at a higher rank. But yeah, I think she's still like insane. Like she's still S tier, but I don't think she's a Z tier anymore, unfortunately. Primarily just because again, people know how to deal with her now. So now I'll be talking about the new king of damage dealers. So people have always kind of talked about, oh no, he's not a pay to win, yada yada yada. Well, what about now? What about now? I have said this multiple times. It's absolutely bullshit that this character, or any newly released character, I'm gonna be talking about this guy in a bit, but is just only behind the paywall. Like, come on, come on. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Every game is infested with a Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Okay, every single game. There's not a game you'll go by without this fucker on the screen. Okay, it is what it is. Is he the new king? For sure. I think he is the definite best damage dealer in the game for a lot of reasons. Okay, for a ton of reasons. This is bullshit. This move right here should not be as good as it is. Okay, let's be completely honest. The damage that it does is absurdly high. It lasts a very, very long, a long time, and yeah, it's insane. Like they really put this like shitty. The thing is, I'm saying shitty. Slow strike is not shitty at all. You can use it to run away, to like finish off people. But you know, in comparison, when you have this move, okay, in between this and this, it's insane, right? Like you look at this move, you're like, damn, this is really well balanced. When we look at this bullshit right here, both of these moves are game-breakingly good, okay? And oh my god, his super attack damage is insane. Like, you can melt tanks in this bitch, okay? This move is good as fuck when it comes to using just to like finish out like insanely high. If there's any tank with a high health, like you can just use this and then yeah, they're instantly dead. That's the amount of damage you can do. And I'm not like, did I even get into how insane instant transmission is? Like it's crazy. You can just get out of danger, get in danger, and kill people. Because why not? You know, help out the your allies if they're in any type of danger. You can just use this move, instant teleport, use your Kamehameha, and boom, your ally have now won the lane because of you. Because you can do that, and you can continuously do that shit because the cooldown gets lowered every time you teleport on the enemy's location. Because that somehow makes sense for them, right? And oh, why not make the Super Kamehameha fully charged if you do so? Like, what the fuck is this character, man? He's such a bullshit character. I mean, anybody that says, oh, he's not pay to win is absolutely bullshitting you. He's a definite best character in damage dealer for a reason. A lot of people are going to be using him for a reason because he is carrying most of these games. So yeah, that's my honest opinion on this character. Let's be honest, he's a definite Z rank best damage dealer in the game. Now we'll be moving on to a new character. So before I give out my opinion on GOTENKS, let me say that this rank can easily go either up or down depending on how people get accumulated to him. Okay? As of right now, GOTENKS is so broken, I just like want to straight up put him here. Okay? I straight up want to just put him here and be done with it and say he's among the best. Okay? He's that good of a character. The fact is, his kit is so broken. Okay? You have so much that you can do with this character. It's insane. This move is absolutely just bullshit. Like, look, please just look at the amount of CC you get from a move that follows you, by the way. Like, you can never run away from it. You can only vanish. And if you don't have your vanish, you're just locked. And the thing is, people don't even realize, but this does a fuck ton of damage. So if someone was in this circle, that last hit does a fuck ton of damage for no reason. The weak link out of his moves is definitely Galactic on it. It's not that it's bad. It's just you need synergy with other people for this to be actually like, useful. Super Ghost is so insanely overpowered. because you can just spam this like an idiot. You can just spam it out, and you don't really care, right? You can put it on you, put it on the ground, just put it on people, do a ton of damage because hey, the actual cooldown for it is nothing. It's like 2 seconds or 3. You can keep on doing it, keep on doing it. He's really good at defending towers. You can just like put a lot of these in the tower itself. You can like just use your hyper ultra super combo. Like what is this? I know it's a GOTENKS name, but my god, bro, just condense it. Like, holy damn, bro. Like you need so much. The thing is, GOTENKS is really good at doing what he does. He is really good at like just applying CC and damage at the same time, while also just applying a ton of pressure on the opponent. If the opponent is trying to like attack your tower or anything, you can just have these ghosts deployed, and have them explode on him, and you know you can apply movement speed down because to prevent them from running away. I've killed so many people that tried to run away, and just by spamming these ghosts on them, like even if they are inside their own tower and they're trying to heal, it's insane. And the absolute insanity that is his ult. The fact is, yeah, if you don't have Vanish, this ult is gonna probably kill you. And a good GOTENKS, I say a good, again, the character just came out, okay? We'll know when to use it, because you can actually see the bar for the Vanish on the opponent. So you will know whenever he did use a Vanish or not. So you can just use this as a way to finish people off while comboing off your Super Ghost and your, first kill. It's insane. Such an insane character. And why not? Just give him transformation, because apparently he needed it, right? So right now, he is a character that I can confidently say he has Z tier potential, right? But I'm not willing to give it to him just yet because he's very new and people are still learning how to deal with him. Maybe later on that can like go down or go up. But for now, I can say this without a doubt. He has easy Z tier potential. Easy. Like I would love to put him here. But for now, I'm just gonna put him at high, like top of S for sure. And yeah, I'm not gonna be rating Topo obviously because it's still not out. We haven't still we haven't even seen his like array of moves, so I can't really speak much on that. That is going to be the tier list for today. Yeah, very interesting. A lot of changes. Just lots of changes. The meta right now, I absolutely just hate it. I'm not gonna lie. There's so many things that could definitely be better. I wish for a lot of changes, and I think I'm gonna make a video later on speaking on like if that like patch for like Goku and Boo was enough or not. But for that, I'll leave it to another video. But yeah, this is where we're currently at, for my opinion. By the way, you can have your own opinions on the comments. I would love to hear them. You know, just discuss everything and whatnot. I'm someone who loves to just discuss either agreement or disagreement. It's fine. Just be civil about it. No need to get mad at the comments, because I see a lot of people getting emotional because their main got, you know, rated lower on the list or whatnot. It's fine, okay? Sometimes there's a very big rank discrepancy. You know, if your rank is on the lower end, you'll probably not have the same experience that I'm having, okay? So just keep that in mind before you post anything. And yeah, if you like this type of content, consider liking, subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Yo, okay, my bad. I forgot to like add these 3 for best in roll, because I did say I was gonna put that there. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, bye-bye.